if you just put your left across that, okay? Right. Now, he's pretty stable and he's heavy, right? It's hard to move. So it's not that I'm whacking, because I don't want you to have bow moves. I want you to go like this. You can make connection first if you want, and go like this. There's no doubt about that, right? This is like I'm doing it in slow motion, and he's resisting, right? So you don't have to do it fast. You can do it medium, you can do it slow, and just have your body move as a unified body move. It's a unit. All right, try it. You drop your weight as you rotate?
I don't know.
If your weight floats, it won't get it. Drop your weight and go. There you go.
Really? Yeah. Okay. All right.
You know what you're doing? You're riding. You're going like this and riding over it. Yep. Just drop that heel as you rotate. Okay. Thank you. Yeah. How you doing? Your turn. If I did this, you whack me. That'd be unified body motion. I'm structuring right here and letting him hit that. Notice that this is curved, double bone structure. Curve my body a little bit, right? Tuck my hips. That's unified body motion. Go for my head, not my chest. Right? Now, how do we make that segmented? Well, I could scratch my back at the right time. Okay? Now do this slow so they can see what's happening. Unified, now do segmented. Right? So if I wanted to block this, I would go lean into that. That's pretty strong, right? Yeah. But if I do this, my weight's back, and he could get me on that strike. I know he's not trying to strike, but he could get me on the strike before I even had a chance to block. So it's got to be unified to release to segmented.
Okay.
You know what I'm doing here? I've already explained this. I've already explained this. When I get out of the way, if I turn completely sideways, see, you thought I turned sideways. You need to watch closer. And I should have told you. If I turn sideways, I put pressure up on this hand, and I give him his heels back. Right? Okay. So nothing happened. What I'm actually doing is doing this. I'm slipping to the side, creating an opening for him so he falls in the hole. Okay? All right. See how I'm to the side of the motion? My hands are still there, not here. Okay? There's a lot of segmentation there. If you unify, you mess it up. I can't tell you the context in which to use segmented and which to use unified, because there is no absolute. I can't say if he grabs you with two hands, or if he's stronger than you, or he's bigger than you, or he hits, use this. No, it depends on the technique you're using. It depends on what you want from him. If he's grabbed my arm, or any way you want to grab. Let's say he's grabbed like this. I don't care about throwing him. Nice segmented body motion, it's all over, done. Okay? Now I care about Budo attacking me over here, strong. If I hit him and he moves away, and my back's to this attacker, and he's going to get up and get me. So if I do this, I've done unified body motion to structure him while I take Steve on with one hand. Go slow, Steve. And what I'll do is I'll end up bringing him into him. So that was segmented with Steve, but unified with structure, right, to Jim. So don't shift, drop, straight up. You get a shift, drop on the same side. Shift. No. Let me do it in pieces. Okay? Shift, drop knee, lift elbow, done. You didn't think that was going to work, did you?
Same side.
Try it again. That's it. Now, I realize that this has to be done quickly in reality, but when you're learning it, you got to do it in pieces. And he cooperates only in the sense that he doesn't have normal reaction. He has slow motion reaction. A shift, drop. But if he felt the drop, he would shift again. He would adjust in reality. So that's why you have to do it quickly. But while you're learning it, got it tight?
Yeah.
Shift, drop. Okay? All right, give it a shot.
Good job.
Thank you. Yes, sir.
Going back to something you did earlier, you had two opponents. When you're pulling off one person, are you considering that you're unified with him so you can move segmentedly?
Depends. Depends. It's not. There's no absolute to that. Grab. anyway. Now, look, get strong? Yeah, make it strong, okay? Right now, I can segment my body, but my arms are pretty unified, okay? Now, logically, you can get, whatever you want to do here. But let's assume that's out of the question, okay? So, what I'm doing now is unifying him and segmenting him. But I could have segmented both of them. Okay? It's harder to unify both of them because if they're at this distance, how do I get their weight to drop? Right? Now get closer, real closer. Now, you guys should be able to get close enough so if you can lift me up like I have 2 sticks for arms.
Oh, yeah, right.
Okay, 1, 2, 3. They can lift me up. Now that's pretty unified, right? Go. Go.
Okay.
Now I use unified both, but they have to be that close. Okay? Thank you. All right? And by the way, there was a little bit of segmented in my elbows there as well. Okay? Cross arms when I usually do this, right? This segment of Seiken Budo is from our Sandan, which, as I mentioned before, in the trapping seminar, is influenced heavily by Joe Cowell's Wu Wei Kung Fu. And Joe Cowell's was one of the early students of Bruce Lee in the Seattle dojo, or Seattle Kun. Okay? So this is our normal motion. Okay? But what we're going to do here is going to press, and he tenses, right? Now everything is structured. Everything feels unified. Release this. And hit it. Okay? Now this hand is going to slip in because if you do this, he still can hit you. So this hand just slides down my own hand and does this. Okay? It looks like this position. Wing Chun has a Bong Sao, Tan Sao posture. Okay? We would consider this a modification of Heian 3 in Seiken Budo. Okay, so pressure, like I'm trying to get at it, I'm going to release this. Now, does that seem at all like Yokomuchi? Does that seem at all like this? Not that I ever showed you that before, but if you look at it, same type of stuff, right? So here, this slides up my own arm and just checks it. Don't put a lot of pressure on it. You don't want to do this because you just pull that into you. Okay? You want to just keep it there and you move inside it. So he feels like dropped in a hole. Is that fair? And you can either elbow or back fist or both. Push from underneath. So don't go this way. Go. See how I'm tilting underneath? Oh!
Stuck. He's looking for a place.
That's structure, right?
That's pretty cool.